is just getting better and better, because we have our staff are well trained and experienced, and in addition to that, we continue to ensure that we have the skills and technical skills to help our patients. So Fresh Market and Best Price accounted for that. Of course, our regular discussion, we're looking at, we provide you with health information that you need to know. We want to prevent a condition. We give you information that you need to do. And we talk a lot about diet and exercise. We've spoken about that. But if, in case you have the condition, we give you information as to how to manage it. You can live almost normal life with conditions. Lots of conditions, so we need to know. So we tend to repeat things. The only reason is that repetition is the mother of retention, isn't it? So we had from Best Price and Fresh Market, we continue to do that, and today is no exception. But today we're going to talk a bit about the drugs used in erectile dysfunction. The drugs used, Viagra, and these are famous. What we've noticed that a lot of people come to the pharmacy on a daily basis and they request those medicines, and those medicines have side effects. Those medicines should always be recommended by a healthcare professional. So, which means the person would have to be assessed first and determine which one is most appropriate for that one, which one is most appropriate, the dose, and especially looking at the dose. So it differs. So we will look at that this morning with our team. We have Dahlia and Carlin with us. We also say morning to some of our avid listeners. For instance, we have Wayne and May Robertson. We have Ricky, staff of Fresh Market, Best Price and Fresh Market. Andrew Joseph, Edmund, the electrician. Butcho, morning to you, Eddie. And Nichols and Pamela, all of you. Anya and Albert, morning to you. In Canada, Joe Christmas, Debbie, morning to you. Barbara Tewton, daughters, morning to you. And Alcott, morning to you all there in Bonn this morning. And of course, Edith and Ronald, morning to you. So morning to everyone. Good. So as mentioned, we're going to talk about erectile dysfunction, and of course, and there's Jacob, morning to you. Just forgot you. Erectile dysfunction. We're going to talk about Viagra and other oral medication. We're just going to focus on the oral. So that's our area as pharmacists, looking at the medicines. So we're going to talk about the oral medications, that is Viagra and the others. Medicines that you take by mouth are called oral medicines. They're often the first line of treatment for trouble getting or keeping an erection. First line. So usually first line. And these are called ED medicines. ED medicines, erectile dysfunction medicines, usually work well and cause few side effects. They work very, very well. And of course, the four main ones that are taken by mouth, like for instance, we know here in Dominica is very popular. Sildenafil, that's the generic name for Viagra, and Tadalafil, Cialis, that's the generic name for Cialis. Vardenafil and Avanafil. So these are common, but more Viagra and Tadalafil in Dominica. So these are called PDE inhibitors. Let me just explain. They inhibit a special enzyme, and what happens now? The enzyme allow increase of a substance in the body, and normally causes substance, nitric oxide, causes vasodilation. So these will emphasize more. So they enhance the effects of a chemical called nitric oxide in the body. And this boosts blood flow and help to get an erection for sexual activity. So it boosts blood flow. These simple they do. But this substance can cause too much in the body, can be detrimental, and that's where we are. And that's where we are.
You know, somebody's making a point that's it's true, but that a lot of people don't understand the word erectile dysfunction, so you have to break it down in the local.
Okay,
that's what someone is saying there.
Yeah. So what happens is that not having erection to sustain sexual activity. In other words, somebody may have difficulty getting erection, or they may get erection and all of a sudden it disappears. So unable to have a sustained erection just to have sexual activity. That basically, simply put it. But I don't understand. But that's how it is. So what happens is that
in other words, you cannot get a hand on. That's what he wanted to say.
Okay.
Understand? That's a better breakdown for the local parlance. Yes. Go ahead.
Good. So let us look at how there are various types of medicines that are used for that. So we're going to look at how they differ, and let Dahlia tell us that how they differ, because she has to just mention some of them briefly and just explain. There are few of them, but and they differ. They differ.
Each oral medicine for erectile dysfunction has a slightly different chemical makeup. These small differences affect the way each medication works, such as how quickly it takes effect and wears off, and the possible side effects. Your doctor or other healthcare professionals can recommend one for you based on these factors, other health conditions you have, and any other medicines you take.
Good. So there are, for instance, as she mentioned it, let's say, for instance, Viagra. It works best when it's taken on an empty stomach an hour before intercourse. Best. The body takes longer to absorb it after high meal or alcohol. In other words, empty stomach is the best. Best victory. Its effects last for just about 4 to 5 hours, and it might work longer if one has mild to moderate ED, erectile dysfunction. So that's a common one. It's well known. It's used for 5 hours. The other one is vardenafil. We don't use that here much. But the other one we can talk about is Cialis, tadalafil. This medication is taken with or without food. With or without. Notice the difference here. Taken with or without food. 1 hour before intercourse. It works for up to 36 hours. Up to 36 hours. You may take it in small dose daily, or you may take a small daily dose or in larger doses as needed. In fact, that is also used for prostate issue, BPH in some men. So these are the two common ones we mentioned. Of course, the Avanafil and so forth. Notice what it says here. These medicines
all work well for erectile dysfunction. When choosing one, tell your doctor or other healthcare professionals what your preferences are, such as cost, ease of use, how long the drug's effect lasts, and side effects. Generic versions of sildenafil, vardenafil, and tadalafil are available.
Yes, so generic versions are available. So you see a doctor, you have to discuss that with your doctor. He will determine which one is most suitable for you. Suitable for you. Let us look at when oral medicine might not be safe now. Look at the critical. When might they not be safe to take? Let Colleen tell us.
Check with your healthcare team before you take any medicine for erectile dysfunction. Other ED medicines might not work, or might be dangerous if you also take any of the following. Nitrate medicines. Often, these are prescribed for chest pain called angina. Some examples of nitrates are nitroglycerin, isosorbide mononitrate, and isosorbide dinitrite. Alpha blockers. These are commonly prescribed for any enlarged prostate or male pattern baldness.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
These include finasteride, medicines that block any enzyme called CYP3A4. These include ketoconazole.
Right, good. So notice what it says there. Just to review that, persons who have, like, for instance, heart issues and angina pectoris, that's a condition where you find there that the coronary blood vessels are sort of clogged up, and the heart is starved to get nutrient and oxygen, so they get sharp chest pain. So it means it has a cardiac issue. Well, these ED medicines, Viagra and Cialis, they are no in those conditions. In other words, your doctor should really you should really see a doctor first before that. So nitrates.
So much pressure on the heart.
Correct. Nitrates, isosorbide, those who treat for treating angina pectoris. So persons who are on those medicines should avoid. There are serious consequences for persons who are on these medicines, who are having these conditions and they take these erectile dysfunction medicine, Viagra and the others. Good.
Somebody's breaking it down for us even further. So pass our word then. That's it.
Good.
It's Dominican's
So some of the drugs again, nitroglycerin. Somebody may be and for angina pectoris, isosubide dinitrate, isosubide mononitrate. So somebody may say, well, these words are these strange names. Of course, we always tell our patients any medicine that they're on, they need to know the name. Then you need to know what you're on. Once you put in a medicine in your mouth, it's easy to know. Just get to know the name. Nitroglycerin or isosubide, those are not very difficult to know. It's always good. It's put in your mouth, good. And then you need to know the name. Good. Let's look at taking erectile dysfunction pills.
Erectile dysfunction medication cannot be taken if you are using a nitrate drug for chest pain or heart problems.
Let's look at taking erectile. You started there. Taking erectile after some recreational preparations.
Oh.
Yeah. Taking
Erectile dysfunction pills with a nitrate medicine can cause a sudden and serious decrease in blood pressure. Other medications that lower blood pressure, such as alpha blockers, prescribed by urinary symptoms for urinary symptoms, must be taken at least 4 hours apart from ED medications. Seek immediate medical attention if you are on erectile dysfunction medications and develop a painful erection, an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, nausea, chest pain, or dizziness during sex, sudden vision loss. Oral medicines for erectile dysfunction also might not be safe or work well if you have very low blood pressure called hypotension or uncontrolled high blood pressure called hypertension, severe liver disease, kidney disease that needs to be treated with dialysis, recent heart or blood vessel problems. These include a heart attack, stroke, or a serious heart rhythm disorder in the past 6 months, an inherited eye disease that affects the retina, kidney disease that needs to be treated with dialysis.
Right. So a list of conditions here that one should not, one should be cleared before they use it. Because these substance, anytime you have to cause the body to increase the release of a hormone or enzyme, then you have a problem. So you may have these are some of problems that may develop: painful erection, nausea, chest pain, and dizziness, even during intercourse, sudden vision loss, very low hypotension, very low blood pressure, hypotension, and this is what one of the culprits of combination medicine. Severe liver disease, kidney disease that needs to be treated with dialysis is a no-no. And recent blood vessels problem, include heart attack, stroke, all of these eye conditions. So these are conditions that again, it's your healthcare provider should already clear you for the use of these medicines. Good. So let's look at the side effects of these medicines. Let's look at the side effects of the use of these medicines, Carlin.
Medications such as Viagra, sildenafil, Avanafil, Cialis, Tadalafil, and Vardenafil may cause the following side effects. Side effects of oral ED medicines are often mild. Common ones include flushing of the skin, headache, upset stomach, visual changes such as blue, ting to vision, sensitivity to light or blood sight, often stuffy or runny nose, back pain, dizzy feeling, diarrhea, muscle pain, and skin rash. These medications may also interfere with any other drug you are already on. Hence, you must inform your doctor if you are already taking any medications. Rarely, more serious side effects can happen, including hearing loss or vision loss. Some people have suddenly lost some of their hearing or vision after taking one of these medicines, but it isn't clear whether these side effects are caused by the medicine or by health conditions that people already had. Get medical care right away if you have take oral ED medicines and have sudden loss of hearing or vision. An erection that doesn't go away on its own. This rare condition can be painful. You need to get treatment for it as soon as possible to help prevent damage to your penis. If you have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours, call your care team right away.
Yes, very good. So notice some of the common side effects. Headache, headache, and these side effects as a result of your vasodilation. Nitric oxide does that, and then that's why you have stuffy nose. Means the blood vessels, fine blood vessels in your nose and so forth. Those get dilated. They're not like constricted when you have on vasodilation. So you get stuffy nose, flushing of the skin, upset stomach, back pain, dizzy spells, dizzy spell. You'll always feel dizzy, especially if the dose is very high. You'll always feel dizzy. Yes, and of course diarrhea and on all the things. You may get hearing rare. You may get hearing loss or vision loss. So these are some of the side effects that come on. So these are medicines that just can't be taken like taking vitamins as persons tend to do. Taking supplements, no, they can't. They can't. And we go to an area. Let's go to the next area, like buying these medicines online, ordering these medicines and getting packages and that claim these what do you call herbal stuff and so forth. So let's look at buying dysfunction online. What are the dangers involved?
Because these medicines are effective in treating erectile dysfunction, many fake pills are being sold. These unlicensed medicines haven't been tested for safety and can harm your health or even be dangerous. Always talk to your doctor or pharmacist before buying or using any medication for erectile dysfunction. Treatments for erectile dysfunctions are a big business and online scams abound. Never order medicines from an online pharmacy that does not list its phone number and physical address, has prices that seem too good to be true, or tell you that no prescription is needed. Also, stay away from ones that don't have a licensed pharmacist on staff to answer your questions. Some illegal businesses sell fake versions of real medicines, which can be dangerous or might not work. Make sure you get the right prescription and dose. When you receive ED medicines, make sure they're the exact dose and type prescribed by your doctor or other healthcare professionals. The dose is the amount of medicine you take. Do not be fooled into buying herbal Viagra. Never take any medicine that claims to be the herbal or non prescription version of an oral medicine for ED. These aren't an effective option, and some contain harmful substances. There are dozens of dietary supplements that claim to treat erectile dysfunction, but the FDA warns that many of these are not what they seem. One investigation discovered that supplements for erectile dysfunction can often contain prescription drugs not listed on the label, including the active ingredient in Viagra. These can put the man at risk for dangerous drug interactions. You should consult your doctor before using any supplements to treat ED. Taking erectile dysfunction pills with a nitrate medicine can cause a sudden and serious decrease in blood pressure. Other medicines that lower blood pressure, such as alpha blockers, prescribed for urinary symptoms, must be taken at least 4 hours apart from ED medications.
Yes, so caution is purchasing online. Some people buy all the stuff from Amazon and so forth online, and that is dangerous. Always remember, selling those is big business, and they make a lot of money off it. So we need to be very, very cautious. It's dangerous. You want to be careful. You may get a medicine, and then there's no label, or what's on the label is not what it contains, or they may say, well, you have a certain amount, and it's doubled, and this may cause problem. Make sure that any medicine that you take in, you understand the dose, you know it's the correct dose that has been prescribed or recommended by your doctor, healthcare provider. You want to do that. And you ever heard the term herbal Viagra? Herbal Viagra. Viagra is a chemical. How can it be a herb? It's a chemical. And then you hear people say that, or they get a little package, and with different labeling on it, and the label shows it's herbal in content. I noticed there's one going around now. There's one going around now, and Mark Honey and so forth. And the label shows is it, but you clearly doesn't know what's, and I don't know what's in it. You don't know what is the contents in it. So you need to know the contents of those, and I think it's selling like hot bread now. That's information I got. We don't know what the contents is, and you can only know the contents by doing an analysis. And in the past, we use a lab in Jamaica, but I don't think it exists anymore to do the content. But the point is, there's nothing called herbal Viagra. Nothing. Uh, and always remember, it has to be approved by the FDA. Although supplements are not, but once it has medicine it has to be approved. And that's why I tell persons, once the medicine is not approved by the FDA or European standard, it doesn't approved. Um, that's it. For supplements are not approved by FDA, but you have to make sure you buy it from a reputable firm. So always encourage persons buying supplements over the internet is not a very safe thing to do, because you don't know who has made it, you don't know where it's coming from. It's not a safe thing to do. So that's information we want to give you to protect you out there, because this is big business, and usually some supplements are laced with a bit of Viagra. So once you take it once, it's working good, you come back and buy more. Good. Let's take a break and we can come back and further discussion.
And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need, from groceries to household essentials. Our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale, we're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseau, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We can't wait to see
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out of stock. Supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily. Hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Wherever the touch comes and your pocket doesn't touch you. Fresh market, never did a white day. What you're looking for is our best price. What you're looking for is our value. Best price, where everything is nice. And oh, you will love the price. Convenient and easy, make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket, located on the riverbank with parking. Best Price, open daily, all week, with home store, decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medication, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at Best Price.
What you're looking for is our value. Fresh Market, Best Price, and Cash and Carry are giving you the chance to win the ultimate tascation. Simply spend $100 or more in store for a chance to win a luxurious weekend getaway at the Secret Resort. Plus 2 VIP tickets to Chas and Crayon. And spending money. But the excitement does not end here. Enjoy weekly prizes, fun in-store activities, and surprises, all promotion along. The more you shop, the more chances you get to win. Shop at Fresh Market, Best Price, or Cash and Carry today and enter for your chance to win the ultimate tascation. Promotion runs from now until April 24th. Terms and conditions apply.
Where money doesn't count and your pocket doesn't hurt you. Fresh market, never did a white day. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop.
We have the final 5 minutes here with our friends here from Fresh Market Pharmacy. An interesting question just came up, and somebody's asking, "What about Bois the back of the tree, Mr. Thomas?"
Well, over the years, persons have been trying various things to improve ED. These are herbal stuff. It might work. For some, it may not work for the others. But the thing about this is that we don't know the active ingredient. That's the thing about it.
We have not done enough research.
Yes, on that. So we don't know the active ingredient. We don't know the dose. We don't know the side effect. We don't know if that can be taken, what it can be taken with, and so forth and so forth. So that's what we can say about these are herbal stuff that more research need to be done on it. But it worked for some. It worked for some. Some like it. It can, so it's just like taking herbal medicines that we're not clear about. Some herbal medicines we are clear. Some others we aren't. And we don't know the dose of some herbal medicines. So that falls into that category too. Unlike the conventional medicine we're talking about, like the Viagra and so forth, those are evidence-based. Those have been prepared. There's a difference between a drug and a medicine. A drug is a raw substance, but medicines are prepared form of the drug, finished form of the drug, which means the drug has been the medicine has been prepared, have additives, you know how it's absorbed, etc., etc. So it's like cooking, it's prepared. So that's the difference. Barbara is a drug, probably a raw drug that needs refinement, so to speak. Good. So we just look quickly at the FDA. We talk a lot about the FDA. Of course, we go a lot by the FDA. This is the body that approved of medicines. So usually how I operate. If FDA don't approve it, I usually tell people, listen, FDA, it hasn't been approved by FDA. I'm not taking any chance. I'm not advising you to take that because they are the expert. They do all the analysis. The company sends in all the analysis, all the research. You call it dossiers, tons and tons of literature, study that hasn't been done, and and FDA staff goes through it. Experts go through it, and they say, okay, good, we are satisfied that it can be used. Even when they say that, when it goes out in general circulation to use, that's when they still monitor and then observe side effects and adjust dose and so forth. Good. So, for instance, the FDA approved Viagra, which is sildenafil, has been working very, very fine. Is a well-known one, as we mentioned already. 60 minutes. It lasts. You can take 30 minutes before intercourse. It can last 45 hours. And of course, it has to be taken on an empty stomach. Fatty meals delay absorption, and alcohol. It has to be taken specifically. Good. So that's the thing about the thing. Tadalafil, Cialis, this is known as the weekend pill. So that's the nickname for it, weekend pill, because it can last for up to 36 hours. Okay. Regular choice, taken as needed or daily in low dose. It can also taken for prostate issue in men. Good. So those, and of course, Vardenafil and Anadafil. We only have the other two here. Let's look at critical. Let's look at very important consideration for use. When someone on those, what they need to consider.
Consult a healthcare professional. It is crucial to talk to a healthcare provider before starting any ED medication. They can help determine the most appropriate treatment based on the individual health conditions and potential drug interactions. Potential side effects. While these medications are generally safe, they can cause side effects such as headaches, flushing, or upset stomach. Severe side effects are rare but require immediate medical attention.
Good. Lifestyle changes.
In addition to medication, lifestyle modifications such as maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and managing stress can also improve ED symptoms. Avoid alcohol while taking ED medications as it can reduce effectiveness and increase side effects. Discuss underlying conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease with your doctor, as these can influence treatment choice.
Yes, very good. And that's what we said. We can't overemphasize that. So which means a doctor should always clear one in taking those medicines. You have to clear you. You have to check you out to make sure that you're capable. You can take it. Good. So these are safe medicines, but like anything else, there are side effects, and like anything else, there are specific ways of taking them, and there are specific doses. People, we always tell persons, everyone respond differently to the medicines. People tend to tell people, I take that, take this. No, 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 no. Everyone respond differently. So it's never wise to tell somebody because you're taking this, you should take that. No, because our body there's a study called pharmacogenomic that will allow our body to respond to medicine in a different way. Everybody. So you may be taking, for instance, let's say somebody take 5 milligram of Cialis. That may be very effective for that person, but that 5 milligram may not be effective for the other person. Because why? The other person might metabolize it quicker or slower, and they may need 10 or more or even less. So never say because it worked for me, it worked for you. No, we always tell persons that. Always remember, your dosage is different to somebody else's dosage because your body handles it differently. And always remember, all medicine have side effects, and especially if you have underlying condition, and you're on other medicines, you have to be cautious. Your doctor should clear you from taking this. And you have to avoid alcohol, as mentioned, and discuss any underlying condition with your doctor. Go to your doctor first. You want to take these ED medicines, Viagra, Cialis, and all of these. Go to your doctor first, analyze it, and let the doctor advise you which is the most appropriate one to take. That's what the doctor is there for. In case you're diabetic, hypertension, especially hypertension, you're already on hypertensive medicines. That's a problem that you're creating there if you don't go to your doctor. So, for men experiencing erectile dysfunction, medications such as sildenafil, tadalafil, and all of these are safe and effective options. These are safe and effective options. Always consult. We'll always emphasize, and we said that so many times, always consult with a healthcare professional, your doctor, to find the best treatment plan tailored to individual needs and the conditions. So everyone has specific individual needs. So always talk to your doctor. He will let you do that. So the takeaway is that these are effective. They cause side effects. And we always advise you, anytime you're putting something in your mouth, any medicine, know what you're putting there. You must know what you're putting there. Don't guess. And never follow any person who is non-medical and they have advice for you on medicine. No, thank you. Any person who is non-medical. That's what I always tell people. Once you're non-medical, you haven't studied pharmacy. You haven't studied. You want to give somebody advice, you must go on YouTube and read something. Read something on YouTube. That's what they do. Go on YouTube. And only to find out, you just check the reference of these people on YouTube, some of them, and you'll be shocked. You have to be very, very, very careful. And when you read something, it need to be properly analyzed, and depends on where you read it from. The reference mightn't be appropriate. So it's never good to advise somebody. Never good to advise them. Always tell persons to clear on their health, whatever condition they have. Always talk to the healthcare provider. They are the ones who provide the information that they need. They need to educate themselves and not their friends or their neighbor. And with erectile dysfunction medicine, buying on online, that's a danger. That's very, very risky. You don't know what you're buying. You don't know how much you need. That is very risky. And the labeling will always be wrong. The labeling will always be wrong. What's on the label most times not represent what the contents of the medicines. And it's always pretty, so we always say. So this is what we have to tell you. Pharmacists, our staff from Fresh Market and Best Price are always there to give you information on these medicines, always. And we can talk to me, talk to our pharmacists anytime, anywhere. We give you the information. Why? Because we need you to take care of yourselves. We're helping you to care for yourselves, and we're providing you this information so that you can be very, very cautious and take better care of yourself. Good. So
somebody's got a misunderstanding when you said you could use it for the entire weekend, meaning that you would have an erection for 36 hours. No, when you're ready for sex, it will react.
Yes,
That
tadalafil is that's a nickname for it.
yes,
The weekend pill, meaning that it gives you a sustained direction, but it's only when you're ready.
ready when you're ready.
It's only when you.
Somebody said, "What? I wouldn't be able to handle that." So okay, so you're clear. You're clear right now.
It's when the person. It's all. Somebody came by the other day. While I was in pharmacy, you know what they said? I want a weekend pill. That's how they call it. That's how they call it. They know about it, but it's only when you're ready.
All right.
It has to, unlike the Viagra, 4 to 5 hours, but Cialis, tadalafil, 36 hours, and there are various dosages. Some persons tend to take big dosages that is too much for them. We always tell them go low first and then climb. They go big dosages because if you have based on the ED status, you may have a sustained direction. So that might be difficult for you. So again, you see that you need to talk to a healthcare provider. Don't just start it because your friend is doing it. Because your friend is taking it, your friend recommended it. No. Your body will react differently to it. You may not need a big dose as your friend, a smaller dose, because the way your liver handles it, your cytochrome enzymes in your liver handles it is different than the way he handles it or somebody else handles it. So always never listen to your friend. Never listen to your dad. You're taking that thing. No. Talk to your healthcare provider. Good.
Right. Well, good information for the weekend there.
Yes.
A lot of people are texting my phone right now.
So you have a lot of questions to answer, Matt. But they can always call the pharmacy.
That's it. Call the pharmacy.
Our pharmacists are ready and always there to help you.
And I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a pharmacist. Sorry.
And it's good to talk to the pharmacist. Talk to the pharmacist. No one else. Talk to your pharmacist, talk to your healthcare provider, talk to your doctor. They have the information, they give it to you. So we just want to put that out there because we want to protect you in using all of these products that are there, that are not, hopefully, not safe for you to take. And that's the whole idea. Good. So I want to wish everyone a pleasant weekend.
We want to wish you a pleasant weekend as well. Huh? Yeah, of course, I'll stop with Fresh Market Pharmacy. Huh? Who's that? Not me. I said go to Fresh Market Pharmacy. I don't know about that was a Chinese.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with parking, best price, open daily, all week with home store, decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medication, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at best price.
Hello. I'm not.
Fresh Market, Best Price, and Cash and Carry are giving you the chance to win the ultimate tastation. Simply spend $100 or more in store for a chance to win a luxurious weekend getaway at the Secret Berry store, plus 2 VIP tickets to Chaz and Crayon, and spending money. But the excitement does not end here. Enjoy weekly prizes, fun in-store activities, and surprises, all promotion along. The more you shop, the more chances you get to win. Shop at Fresh Market, Best Price, or Cash and Carry today and enter for your chance to win the ultimate tastation. Promotion runs from now until April 24th. Terms and conditions apply.
When money comes and the pocket doesn't touch you. Fresh Market. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh Market, your one stop. Everybody that comes and everybody that touch you. Fresh Market,
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at Best Price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6883, 0875. WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lowered.
I see Golo in shopping for farming supplies. So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? Do you have a farm? He tell me, that's how it has sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my money farm. He say, no, not woman. Like land for farming crops. And then you understand. Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
La Guadeloupe, prépare-toi. Les 27 et 28 mars, un événement exceptionnel arrive sur la scène de l'archipel. Gordon Henderson, la légende du cadence calypso, en live, entouré de toute son équipe musicale. Les grands classiques, l'énergie du live, la magie d'un artiste qui a marqué l'histoire de la musique caribéenne. Réservez vite sur l'archipel.com. Gordon Henderson à l'archipel, un spectacle à ne surtout pas manquer.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fee. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Flow
Need
is
one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
33-year-old Simon Prosper of St. Joseph has been charged in connection with the fatal stabbing of 37-year-old Stanley Adams.
Would you be missing the party this weekend because of that nagging cold and cough? Boost your body's immunity now by taking Feral Compound, a combination of vitamins and minerals to fight off coughs and cold, so you can be the life of the party again. Don't be restricted by those nagging coughs and cold. Take Feral today and enjoy the little joys of life. Feral Compound is for adults and children 14 years and older. Available at Jolly's Pharmacy and all our locations island-wide.
All right, Dominica, you know what? We don't have too much time on a Friday morning, huh? Don't have too much time on a Friday morning. Our next stop is with Jolly's Market. Our guest will be there any minute now. So I'm thinking more into a colleague for some time now. This morning, just passing through and saying hi, talking to his former workmates. Hassan Robinson, how you doing, man?
Yes, sir. Everything blessed, man, Matt. Greetings, love and light.
Everything under control?
Everything under control always. Just sharing the good vibes, man.
Your conscious program, I keep listening to it. Good vibes.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. I think we need that. A lot more awareness of the now. Awareness of the times, and of course, awareness of self. Because it's only through awareness of self you can really, determine whether or not the decisions or the thought patterns we on right now, kind of worth it.
Yeah. So what step or where do you want to go with that program?
Well, it already happening?
How many episodes right now?
Man, it's no episode. My third season.
Your third season.
My third season. Really and truly is just raising consciousness for conversations and speaking with persons who tend to look at life, in their own unique way. It doesn't have to be a person attributed to any social status or that type of thing. And you'd be surprised the number of people who look at life in a very mystic and
outside of the circle.
Yeah.
Outside of the box.
Yeah, for sure. So really and truly the aim and intention is to continue doing what I do best. Just try to big up Yahweh one time, big up the creator. Since I work in Q95, I was always doing that.
Right.
Started off with the Youth on Q program with Zad, just trying to elevate it, to let persons know that, big up the creator and the creator there with us, and sometimes we just take him for granted, Yeah.
So what was the reaction from your followers? What?
It's always positive, man. It's always positive. I haven't gotten a negative review since it began because it's a necessity, Only thing we're speaking about is just becoming the better version of yourself and not trying to compare your success and compare your life journey to someone else's, So that is it. And, just passing through and sharing that vibe because right now, the present moments that we're in, you've seen how unpredictable life is. You can feel the contentious aspects of what's just going on. And persons, need to just remember that the creator and the breath of life of everybody. Persons you cool with and persons you're not cool with, sharing the same breath of life, So just to remember to place emphasis on the appreciation of the breath of life, Yeah, man.
Real thing. So what else you involved in?
Apart from that is natural entrepreneurship with the wife. We have our Bolavi products, selling castor oil, Kaku products, as well as coconut oil as well. So we're encouraging persons to just, apart from the consciousness, we remove the seeds, consciousness, castor, coconut, and, we're trying to roll in the cannabis as well. After that legalization process has been finalized, But that's it, just encouraging persons to just appreciate the now.
Well, stay positive, Hassan. We'll
Likewise,
see you sometime.
man. Keep up the great works. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Now.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah. Dominica, it's it's Friday morning. We're gonna have an open line until about the 9:40 hour. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. We have an open line until that time. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Morning, Mad.
Yeah.
Very good talk with you this fresh market this morning.
You like the talk? You like the talk with the fresh market?
It's not a matter of liking or Matt. It's a reality,
True. Yeah, true. I understand.
But I am saying when they come at fresh market, the terms are a little too big for this layman to understand. So I mean, yes, they want to be, but it's not disrespectful to say hard on or cannot get hard. You understand?
Or pass a word, yes. Yeah, I know. Break it down.
Yes, because we're dealing with countrymen, we're dealing with men that not, I don't want to say illiterate, but not all that educated in the terms. So you can, in between, say cannot hard, that alone will pick the interest and maybe help or favor a lot of them too. Because a lot of them not taking the pressure and diabetes medication because it causes them to not get hard.
It's true.
You understand me?
Yes, true, yeah.
So that ourselves, you say you want to get hard, you want to please your woman, you want to maybe please your man, for those that on the other side. So you don't take the medication and you rather go for the pharmacist like you or go online and buy it. And which he has a point. Sometimes they make it look very pretty online and it's not really the medication. You understand? So a lot of maybe the persons, I'm not saying that are causing that, but a lot of the persons are maybe falling around that beep. maybe Matthew can never tell you know what is going on.
True. Yes, I know.
So I am saying when Fresh Market at Best Price comes here, he has to break it down in layman's terms for the men to understand what is going on. So nothing wrong with saying hard, pass a word, not get hard, falling down 6:30. Nothing wrong in saying that. Now that is topic we're talking about every day in the bars.
True.
Come out on the roadside, you understand? So when
like yesterday, I met some people on the side of the road who was selling a product called Lazarus, meaning the raising of the dead. So it's out there. It's out there.
Lazarus is one of the things today in the people taking to get hard.
I just discovered that yesterday.
Oh,
yes.
You see, so it's out there. We cannot hide it. So, Matt, I think my suggestion is one afternoon on the Talk on the Block. We're getting someone to educate us, and Matt, we have a 3 afternoon. And it's a serious topic, but at the end of the day, we have to have a discussion on these things. Because a lot of men and women just falling down, and we don't know why, and maybe because of this kind of things here. So, Mr. Whatever his name, Funk, whoever Israel, when you come, use the local talent first. Most to understand it like that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Very, very interesting subject there. 9:24, and the men need to understand that, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Good morning, Mr. Pelte.
Yes, how are you?
When something is good, you say it's good. I called on your program, and you said it was an open line, and I was talking about by the hospital of all the grass on the bush. But when I went up there, maybe one of these days I went up there. It's either on Tuesday or so, on Wednesday. And I saw all at the back of the hospital well clean. And facing Clem, I saw they're clean out. All the grass are going up there. They're clean. And they're really looking really good. But I want to thank a young man that works at the hospital. Sometimes we don't recognize him. They call him Jim Reeves, but I don't know what is his right name. And he lives, he's from Grand Form, but he works there. Maybe he's a caretaker. I don't know what he is there. And he did a good job there. So I want to tell them I am thankful for what happened. I spoke to other doctors, and the work is done. One thing, you do things, you ask them, and they do things, give them what is due to them. And they're really looking good. All in the lanes are looking good. All I'm looking for is the patching of the street, that it will patch.
Okay, caller, thank you very much. 9:25 is the morning time. We have and those of you interested in heading to Desbranches tomorrow, I just want to make an announcement here. Those of you heading to Desbranches tomorrow, there will be a bus available from about 8:30 tomorrow morning. The activity starts at 10 o'clock. So there'll be a bus from 8:30 in the morning outside of Q95. So if you want to get to Desbranches, that's the place. I know there's some big activity there tomorrow morning. So if you want to get there, please find yourself outside of Q95. That's next to the Grand Bay bus stop. A lot of people will be standing for Desbranches tomorrow. There's a peaceful gathering from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Food and drinks provided. Hear the inside scoop on the ESIA. Of course, you have to join the group that is for development, that protects our people, and for rainforest. Now, make sure you find yourself there. If you want to find yourself there tomorrow, there's a bus available from 8:30 tomorrow morning right here at Q95, outside, right there next to the Grand Bay bus stop. Are you there, caller?
Yes, I have to take another line because you have me on and you're talking. Let me tell you, Matt. Hassan, where is he working now?
He's an independent freelance journalist.
Wow. That nice voice I used to hear on Q95. Okay, that's what he chose.
Oh, of course, that's his career now. He's video editing and doing what he has to do to survive. So yes, it's 9:24 in the morning, Dominica. 9:24 in the morning. Yes, let's do this and come back. Again, it's an open line. Feel free to call. Let's go back to the telephone. It's already 9:25 in the morning. We're opening up the lines until 9:40. Hello, yes?
Yes, good morning, Matt. Whoever did that job on the Link Road did a very good job by cleaning all the bush on the right side, going up to the church on Goodwill, in the Link Road there. But I was scared of that area, Matt, because they haven't got enough lighting. They clean up, and I think some more lighting should be erected in that area.
That's the back road there, the Link Road, right Goodwill, across the stadium. That's it?
There is some more light. Because people using the road, so when you come down from the hospital, you walking down there. That bush there, I was happy to see it cut yesterday, last night when I passed there. Right now, I think the place needs some more lighting. I think by the hospital, I will say it again, outside on the side, the main road, the Goodwill main road, facing the ICU area, there is some more lighting. You see people coming out in the place, then you're seeing darkness in the place. Nurses going to take their vehicle parked, and the lighting are poor there. Whoever is in charge of the hospital, the CEO, do something about that. And the hospital is not a storage unit for old bed and old things. Or you have a place to store them old beds. Get them out of underneath the steps. That's looking unsightly and nasty. That's a hospital. It's not a storage compartment for old things. Give me a break, man. Damn.
All right, thank you. Thank you. 9:27. Are you there, caller? Yeah. Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? What is there? Caller, are you there? Count to 3 and you're gone. Thank you very much. Let's move on. This is Q95. Let's take another call. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Yes, I'm there. Good morning. It's been so long. I waiting to make that point. Matt Peltier,
Thank you.
some time ago
Mhm.
in a newscast, the Prime Minister said that the opposition delayed the airport by 20 years and they protesting because they don't want it. But it's either Dominican people, they're either mischievous, they're wicked, or they're forgetful. Because under the United Workers' Party, 20 years ago, Edison Chenfield James paid millions of dollars for land. Tony was so excited. He praised Edison James. So the Labour Party that came in 2000 is who keep back the airport for 20
And you're very right. I did that interview at Tony's office, where it used to be at Astafan. So you're very right, yes.
Yeah, and so people need to know that who prevented the airport from building 25 years ago was the Labour Party, of which Roosevelt Skerrit is a part. Now, when it comes to the price, back then it was 600 million. There was 90% financing in place. The Cubans were prepared to move the land for free. Today it is billions of dollars. So tell me, who unfair to the people of Dominica? He also made a statement about putting $5 million aside monthly. Again, thanks to the savior, Lennox Linton. Do you remember in the House when he said the balance on that account was only $163,000?
Mm-hmm.
So what is Roosevelt Skerrit talking about? He had millions there waiting to build airports. He must stop lying to the people. But worse yet, the people worse than him, because they have memoir pull or they're just wicked and mischievous. Goodbye.
Goodbye. So that's the point you were trying to make for a while now. It's 9:30. 9:30. Yes. Hello, yes. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Good morning, my friend, again.
Morning to you.
My partner, Perry Rickson, just called me there. I was listening to you earlier on, and I started working, so my tools doesn't make a lot of noise, so I couldn't hear exactly. So Perry Rickson called me and tell me, boy, listen to Matt, boy, you see, a fella only producing that, a fella has spent 4 hours with one woman. It's true, no, Matt? You better say that about you.
No. I think there was a misinterpretation when somebody says there's the weekend peel. But I think there was a misinterpretation. The peel you could use for the entire weekend when you're ready to have sex. That's a totally different thing than staying hard for the whole weekend. You understand?
Okay,
Yes.
because I was wondering, why would a woman want a man to spend 4 hours?
No. Ferguson interpreted that wrong. Maybe that's what he need. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know what I'm talking about my partner. I just said what my partner tell me.
Well, I'm telling you, he interpreted it wrong. Thank you. No, the total misunderstanding of that statement there. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Morning.
Oh, Matt, sorry, I live in the future. Sorry. Matt, I mean, forward. No. Maybe when I was younger. It's like, I'm happy to hear people want to talk about those things freely, because those medications, they are not made for pigs,
I know something went wrong with your phone there. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yes, Matt, I'd like to shake that little bit too about the international airport story. Because I can remember clearly it was printed in one of the newspapers in the Sun that a $16.1 million was paid to the solicitor for the land, representing people that was, handing the land over for the airport purpose. But on another more important note, Matt, almost every day I walk Kennedy Avenue, Matt, and this street is toxic, Matt. The drainage there, Matt. We are from the bus stop up at Lapland bus stop, Brantford bus stop, all the way to down at Whitchurch. When I walk the street trying to go and get a lunch at Flavors on the other side, Matt, it can a stench which is so toxic that I have to ingest, Matt, when I walk on that street on a daily basis, Matt. It's heartbreaking. I think the drain was rehabilitated some years ago by Mr. Away. They put some really nice covering over it, which is commendable. It's better for walking. But beneath, Matt, we don't have a gradient or sloping and the water is stagnant. Well, I would like to advise the new council members that they need to deal with that drain urgently beneath. And a lot of rats are breeding there. And the situation is leptospirosis, Matt. Thank you, Matt. I'm a regular listener. I'm always on point. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. 449-309596. Somebody says, Matt, I'm very happy that the people are standing for Deboche. I think let's play a note from yesterday and when Mr. Capitolin was on the radio, of course, standing for the airport, international airport. I think Mrs. Maslin Edwards shared that view yesterday.
It is very troubling, I'm very troubled by these utterances, while simultaneously I am taking a defiant position. Because, Matt, what has been coming from these people is very troubling, and they sounded like reckless, juvenile utterances, both from Roosevelt Skerrit and his cabal. How can this embezzling of a whole mountain, Matt, the destruction of the watersheds, Matt, the destruction of the ecosystem, Matt, the destruction of our green space, the destruction of our forest reserve. How can there be a cost to that? That it would be in the lesser amount, the lesser numbers, Matt, than if the material was taken elsewhere. Is this guy for real? This Capitole guy, is he for real, Matt? And who is Floyd Capitole, and in what capacity is he talking from? What is his position, Matt? Is he qualified in that area? Is he a qualified ecologist? Is he a qualified environmentalist, Matt? Is he qualified as someone like Annie Edwards, chief physical planner, Matt, for him to speak from that perspective? Or is he just talking from his bowels? Is he just vomiting nonsense, Matt, to the public, Matt? Matt, when a project, especially a project of that magnitude, Matt, when you decide to put a project of that magnitude together, Matt, there's something in the project, something that you have to make room for. Contingencies, Matt, it's called contingencies. And that is an estimated amount to cover things that you do not see that may arise in the projects. So you had no EIA done. You had nothing, no studies done, Matt, where you would know exactly well that I have to budget for, let's say, $3 million, even if the project costs, let's say, $1.3 million. And as I said, there are things that come up that you don't see. They had no time to do that, Matt. They went ahead and they started the project. They went into debauch without informing the people as to how that mining or that disemboweling of the Debauch Mountain is going to affect the communities lower down the road, which is the community where I came from. And you are telling me that that is going to be cheaper than taking the material elsewhere. Who the hell are you fooling, sir? Who are you fooling? This project is going to destroy an essential source of water supply and food for that community that the community is depending on, and the community depending on for years and still depending on. So what is that guy really talking about, Matt? About the cost factor? You want to decolor the whole of Dominica because you feel it will be more, cheaper if you do that? Is there a price on our green space? You all got to be out of your minds. But the conquered people are never going to agree to that. You all had better get the material elsewhere, because you all don't want to listen to peaceful conversations and peaceful dialogue. You all will listen to something else. And people like you, Floyd Capitole, and the other bunch of ilks within the Labour Party, you make room for reprisals in the country. And you make room for revolution, because that is what you all are waiting for, where the people will rise up and let you all understand that action speaks louder than words. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. And before we move on to our friends from Jolly's Pharmacy this morning, Jolly's Market, I want to play this there, and I hope everybody's listening. As we, of course, in the ear, we're hearing a lot about possibility of election, but people think smart, huh? Listen to this conversation, this little voice note there. Let's listen.
Young people, open your eyes in politics. Not every smiling politician is bringing bread. Some are just checking the size of your basket. During elections, many leaders suddenly remember your street like lost relatives looking for free food. Do not follow every loud promise in politics like village goats chasing a flying plastic bag across the market. Some promises in politics are like balloons at a party, big in the air, colorful in the sky, but empty inside and ready to burst.
So be wise, young people. If someone wants to lead you, first check whether he knows the road himself.
Every election season, a politician suddenly becomes Father Christmas, promising light, roads, hospitals, jobs, and even heaven if you just vote first. By the time they finish promising, even the goats in the village are waiting for streetlights and free Wi-Fi. These sweet promises are not new soup. They have been reheating the same pot for generations. They served it to your grandfathers, served it to your fathers, and now they bring the same pot smiling at you. While they were trained how to cook these promises like professional chefs, the people were trained how to clap and swallow the soup. So wake up, people, because if you keep eating promises like popcorn in a cinema, the movie will keep repeating forever. The day you stop treating political parties like football clubs, your problems will start running for cover.
All right, you heard this one. Thank you. Thank you.
With Health Vibes. Health Vibes. Each and every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with your hosts, Trudy Kristen, and co-hosts, pharmacists Jacinta Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor. And not forgetting lots of vibes. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in each and every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in health.
Welcome into Real Ojaz. Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend Oil of Ojaz. It's like a miracle in a bottle. Fast-acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojaz to massage aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil of Ojaz. Bon we met pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guacha. Cultivate wings ou tapis bless. Spleen, nail, passing boldinance. Oil of Ojaz. Proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy. Trusted by families all over the world. And available on Amazon.
For all your shopping needs.
Dominica, we're here with our friends there from Jolly's Pharmacy Market. Good morning to you.
Hi,
Miss
good
Joseph.
morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm well, Matt, and how are you?
I see that big smile. So
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
ready to go, huh?
Happy that it's Friday, and good morning to our many listeners.
Why are you happy it's Friday?
What do you mean? That means it's the weekend.
Okay, all right.
You know, after a long week, you're always looking forward to the weekend.
The rest of the weekend, have some time.
For sure.
I get you.
And so welcome back to Jolly's Market, your trusted source for health information and updates. And so I'm going to do a quick recap of Wednesday's Health Vibes episode. And on Wednesday, we explored a very important and timely topic, which is bullying and adolescent mental health, and the impact it continues to have on our young people here in Dominica. Now, bullying is not just kids being kids. It is defined as repetitive and consistent aggressive behavior directed towards someone with the intent to cause harm. This harm can be physical, verbal, emotional, and even social, such as exclusion or spreading rumors. And in today's digital age, we can also consider cyberbullying, which can follow a child beyond the school walls and into their homes. So what makes bullying especially concerning is its serious impact on mental health. Adolescence is already a very vulnerable stage of life where young people are trying to understand who they are, build their confidence, and navigate social pressures. Of course, they're also figuring out their bodies. Their bodies are changing a lot during this time as well. And so when you add bullying into this mix, it can deeply affect their emotional and psychological well-being. Victims of bullying often experience low self-esteem, feeling as though they are not good enough or they do not belong. And over time, this can lead to feelings of worthlessness, anxiety, and even depression. And in some cases, it can escalate to self-harm or suicidal thoughts, which is where the issue must never be taken lightly. We must definitely take bullying very seriously. And it's not something that is just happening worldwide. It's definitely happening here in Dominica, as statistics show that 45% of high school students in Dominica have reported experiencing bullying. And that is nearly half of our young population. And it highlights just how widespread and urgent this issue is. And so, listeners, let's take a moment to look at bullying from another angle, because sometimes this behavior that we see in children doesn't just appear overnight. It can be deeply, subtly shaped at home and often without parents even realizing it. Of course, children learn by observation, and the way that our adults communicate, handle conflict, and express emotions becomes the blueprint of how children interact with each other. So, for example, if a child is exposed to constant shouting, harsh criticism, or humiliation at home, they may begin to see that this is a normal way of communication and in turn carry out this same behavior at school, expressing themselves through aggression and intimidation. Additionally, if parents rely heavily on fear, control, or dominance as discipline, a child may grow to believe that power equals respect, and they can and this can lead them to dominate and intimidate their peers in a way of gaining control and validation. On the other hand, when children's emotions are dismissed, or for example, we tell them to stop crying or that's not a big deal, it may cause them to struggle with how to understand their feelings. And so, without emotional awareness, it becomes hard to develop empathy and easier to overlook the pain of others. And so, there is also an impact of over permissiveness without accountability. And that is when a child is not corrected or guided, and they may not fully understand boundaries or consequences when it can lead to entitled behavior and lack of respect for others. And sometimes even the small things matter. So, casually teasing, negative talk about others, and jokes on others' experiences or joking at someone's expense can quietly teach a child that acceptance to belittle each other and belittle others. And so, the key message here is not to blame, but to become aware of these habits and patterns, because just as behaviors can be learned, they can also be reshaped. So, as parents and caregivers, it's important to model kindness, patience, and respect, teaching children how to express themselves and how to resolve conflict peacefully, as well as how to empathize with others. And that can make a very lasting difference in the child's life. And so, while this issue is serious, it's also important to note that help is available and no child has to face bullying alone. All high schools in Dominica have guidance counselors who are trained to provide support, listen, and help students develop healthy coping strategies. And of course, these are safe spaces that are meant to remain confidential and designed to support children and students through difficult experiences. Additionally, the Ministry of Social Services offers access to professional counseling services, and these services are absolutely free of charge. This is a valuable resource that's not just for students, but also for parents who may need guidance to help support their children. We must also recognize the role of the wider community. So that's parents, teachers, friends, and even bystanders. We all play a part. And so speaking up and offering support and reporting bullying can make a life changing difference, of course, for someone who is experiencing that bullying and feeling alone. They need that support. Sometimes they're not strong enough to speak out on their own. So if you can be that voice for them, we urge you to do so. And as we reflect on this discussion, let us remember that promoting mental health and mental wellness starts with kindness, empathy, and awareness. Let's create safe spaces for our young people to grow and thrive. And that is our responsibility that we all share. So if you or someone you know is experiencing bullying, please do not stay silent. Let's reach out to a trusted adult, a counselor, a healthcare professional, because help is available and your voice matters. Okay, and that is a recap of Health Vibes that we experienced on Wednesday. Thank you to our special guests who were Miss Giselle Mondesiree Charles and Miss Muthoni McIntyre, and they shined a great light on this rather dark topic. So, of course, we urge you to join us every Wednesday on Health Vibes as it runs from 10:15 on Q95. And this was definitely brought to you by Jolly's Pharmacy. Let's take a short break before we move to our featured products of the week.
And if they say convenience make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping. Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having shop. If you got a happy place, so shop. Cater to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, Jamie, nigga. You want some shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop. If I had my hand, cater to everyone. What a happy place, happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just fix some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongolia where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
We got this morning feeling risky. I had the intentions to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's pharmacy. Red and down in the street, and it's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now. I'm ready to work like it on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's pharmacy is number one. Jolly's for you. We cater for everyone. Jolly's for you. Fix up the immune system. Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominic is the boy part of box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Johnny's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Johnny's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Back to you, Miss Joseph.
All right. And now, listeners, we move into our product of the week segment where we highlight a few items that are available at Jolly's Pharmacy that can help support your health, confidence, and overall well-being. Building on today's discussion about bullying and adolescent mental health, we want to focus on something that is also very real, and that is the insecurities among young people and how these can sometimes make them more vulnerable to teasing or bullying. Now, it's important to say that there's absolutely nothing wrong with being uniquely yourself and true to you. But we also recognize that certain physical concerns can also affect the confidence, especially during your teenage years. So today we're highlighting a few products that can help support those areas in a healthy and practical way. So first, let's talk about adolescents who may be insecure about their small frame or struggling with a low appetite. And for many young people, being underweight or having a smaller build can sometimes lead to teasing. And that can also impact your self-esteem. So in these cases, improving your nutrition and appetite is a healthy way and healthy step to move closer to your desired weight. And of course, one product that we recommend for that would be Peridivite Tonic Booster. And it's an appetite booster produced by Jolly's Manufacturing. This tonic is designed to stimulate the appetite, support natural nutritional intake, and promote healthy weight gain over time. Of course, everything with moderation. It's especially helpful for adolescents who may be picky eaters, recovering from illness, or simply not consuming enough to meet their body's needs. Of course, many of us who have experienced colds have also experienced the drop in our appetite, and maybe even some drastic weight loss. So if that is something that you have experienced and are looking to put that weight back on healthily, then the added Peridivite Tonic Appetite Booster is definitely a product that you can look at. We always encourage using this product as part of a balanced diet. And of course, you can speak with our pharmacist for guidance on proper use. And we can also take a look at another very common concern amongst adolescents, and that's acne and, of course, problematic skin. Your face is your first impression, and a lot of the times during adolescence, where you're dealing with a lot of breakouts, and that can take a toll on your confidence. Acne doesn't just affect your appearance, but it can also impact how teens feel about themselves, sometimes leading to withdrawal and low self-esteem. And so it's very important to have the right skincare routine. And so this week we'll be highlighting the Simple Daily Skin Detox, which is a purifying gel wash, a gentle yet effective cleanser designed specifically for oily and acne-prone skin. And what makes this product stand out from other powerful skin-friendly formulas is that it is made with 5% witch hazel and zinc. And these two key ingredients are known for their ability for deep cleanse and, of course, to purify the skin without over drying the skin. Witch hazel works as a natural astringent, and it helps tighten your pores, reduces excess oil, and calm inflammation, while zinc supports the skin by reducing oil production and helping to prevent breakouts. So together they create a formula that helps detox the skin, removing dirt and oil and impurities that can clog your pores and lead to acne in the first place. All right. So, with regular use of the simple daily skin detox purifying gel wash, you can get the benefits of controlling the excess oil and shine, unclogging your pores, and reducing breakouts. It also can refine your skin's texture while leaving the skin feeling clean, fresh, and balanced. And one of the best things about this product is that it stays true to the Simple brand, and that is that it is kind to skin, free from harsh chemicals, and suitable for everyday use, even for sensitive skin types. So this product can be found, of course, on our skincare aisle at any of our Jolly's Pharmacy locations. And the Peridevite Appetite Boosting Tonic can be found on our OTC aisle. So both of them can be found on the shelf. So if you are interested in any of these products, you can reach out to any floor staff and we can help you find them. So that is, of course, our products of the week, where we're discussing if you are feeling some insecurities in, say, your small frame and want to increase your appetite, Peridivite is your go-to option, brought to you by Jolly's Manufacturing. And if you're experiencing acne and want to get to the roots of it so that you can feel confident again, the Simple Daily Skin Detox Purifying Gel Wash is option for you. And of course, these are found at any Jolly's Pharmacy location. Let's take a short break before we update our listeners on what's new at Jolly's Pharmacy.
Convenience make a big difference, and you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop if you're not happy, if you're so shop. It's a to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shop it's a to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just stick some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongolia, where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
We got this morning feeling mystic. I had temptations to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And don't in the street, and it's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong, now I'm not get to work like it's on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one, Jolly's for you. We cater for everyone, Jolly's for you. Fix up the immune system, Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominic, it's about bottom box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy, then boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95.
All right, back to Miss Joseph.
All right, and now your Jolly's Pharmacy Bulletin Board, where we keep you up to date with everything that's going on with your trusted healthcare providers. And so first up, we got some exciting news. We are proud to announce that Jollies.dm, our online store, is back up and live. So that's right. No matter where you are in the world, you can now access your favorite Jolly's Pharmacy products with just a click. So we want to say thank you to all of our customers and avid shoppers for your patience as we continue to work in the back to make sure that the website can get back up for you. So it's back and we are fully ready to take your orders and deliver a little piece of Dominica straight to your international doorsteps. Of course, you are able to get delivery worldwide via DHL. And for our customers who are here on island, we are also happy to report that in-store pickup from Jolly's Pharmacy orders are also back up. So you can conveniently collect your orders at our Portsmouth branch, because Portsmouth was also an option for in-store pickup, as well as at our new administrative office, which is located on on Hillsborough Street in the Bonsate Medical Center. And that is upstairs of Jolly's Manufacturing, across from Big Edge or across from the Wesley Junior High School. So you can definitely do your shopping online and then come and pick it up at our office. We will, of course, give you an email and a call when it is available for pickup. And of course, another quick update and reminder to all of our vendors and credit buyers that following the fire of March 1st, our administrative operations were definitely impacted. And so as a result, we're asking all of our vendors and credit buyers to please resend your outstanding invoices, okay? If you are interested in making any cash payments and are looking for our cash office, again, we did relocate the administrative office to the Bonsate Medical Center, which is on Hillsborough Street. So if you're at Great George, you're going to turn onto Hillsborough, like you're going in the direction of Star and Sons, and it will be on the left-hand side. Below is manufacturing, Jolly's Manufacturing, and up the steps is the Bonsate Medical Center, which is now our administrative office. We are open Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And of course, you can contact us via telephone at 448-3388. And your cooperation during this time is greatly appreciated as we continue to rebuild and serve you better. And of course, finally wrapping up, the 6th annual National 5K Wellness Run is on and registration is officially open. So you can register at all of our Jolly's Pharmacy locations. Each pharmacy is equipped with a registration form. Of course, when you are coming to register, all participants are to submit their $25 contribution fee upon registration. We are not printing shirts. However, this contribution will be going directly to the charities. All proceeds will be going to the Dominica Associations of Persons with Disabilities, or DAPD, and Circle of Friends. So we are running for persons with disabilities or with special needs. So this year's race will take place on April 25th, and the route has changed. We will be starting in Newtown at the Newtown Savannah. The meeting time is 3 p.m. So we are asking persons to come in between 3 so that we can get you bibbed and registered, signed up, stretched, and ready to run the race. And the race will promptly begin at 4 p.m. And so we're asking everyone to come out, and this year's colors are blue and yellow. And so get your outfits ready, bring your friends, your family, and your community as we move for a meaningful cause. And of course, for our runners, this is your moment. It is indeed a race. And so we're encouraging all athletes to come out and challenge themselves. We have some very impressive prizes up for grabs this year. And ladies, we've heard you. So there is a separate category for prizes just for the ladies. So no longer competing with the men. We'll have prizes for the top 3 men as well as the top 3 ladies. And if you are not running is not your thing, but you still want to be a part of it, that's perfectly fine. You can come and enjoy the atmosphere. We will have a music truck with DJ Snow providing entertainment, so that will make your walk enjoyable. And of course, keep the vibes high and energy flowing as we walk from Newtown Savannah to Canefield River Estate to the Jolly's Pharmacy new location. And of course, it's all about wellness, community, and making a difference together. So those are your updates from Jolly's Pharmacy. If you have any questions about what was spoken about today, you can call us at 448-3388, as well as message us on Facebook or Instagram. We're also on Twitter. We encourage you to follow us and give us a like and share. And thank you for listening.
So have a great weekend.
Thank
this
you as
weekend.
well.
All right, bye. See you around next time.
Make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. If you're not happy, if you're social, get out to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could jump in and out in fun. Get out to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, what a happy place. Logistics some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongole where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
We got this morning feeling risky. I had the intentions of calling sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. Red and down to the street, and it's supply immune system. Me feeling fit and strong now. I'm ready to work like it on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one. Jolly's again. We cater for everyone. Jolly's again. Immune system. Jolly's again. Yo, Dominic, it's about Father Box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Introducing Jolly's Pharmacy, brand new website, www.jollys.gm. Instant, your time to jump the line. Shop now at jollys.gm and have your items delivered in the comfort of your office. No more standing in line. No need to use your lunch hour to shop. Hassle-free shopping, safe and secure. Jollys.gm features rush delivery, 1 hour. In-store pickup, regular delivery, 5 p.m. Cut-off time, 4 p.m. It's your time to jump the line. Visit us at www.jollys.gm. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
Oh, and if they say convenience will make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. If you're not happy, if you're social, get out to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Get out to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, what a happy place. Logistics some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongole where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing vibes to health with Health Vibes. Each and every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with your host Trudy Kristen and co-host pharmacist Jacinta Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor, and not forgetting lots of vibes. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in each and every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
By popular demand, on Friday, March 27th from 11 a.m. on Q95 FM, Creole Handmade will feature a repeat of a special interview done with His Lordship, Bishop Kendrick Forbes.
The challenge we have would be the declining mass attendance. Another challenge would be the number of Catholics who, for whatever reason, are disaffected by the church. You know, there's some Catholics who have been hurt by the church that we also have to reach out to. There is also the engagement of our youth and young people. That's a challenge for us. And vocations.
His Lordship, Bishop Kendrick Forbes.
Death, sin, suffering, the challenges of life, they don't have the final word. God does.
Leader of the Catholic community in Dominica.
So Lent is that sacred time, that 40 days of spiritual renewal, of going back to the basics, of discerning where our heart is in regards to God. And for Catholics, fasting, prayer, and almsgiving are certainly the building blocks of Lent, of our Lenten journey.
He's the 10th and current Roman Catholic Bishop of Roseau. His Lordship, Bishop Kendrick Forbes.
The reality is that we live in a world today where things that were once considered abnormal have become normalized. And you know where children see that? In adults.
On Q95 FM on Friday, March 27, 2026 from 11 a.m.
So I think we have to find creative ways to bring the different political parties together. To invite them, to reach out to them, to let them know that, it's okay for us to have competing conviction, contrasting ideologies.
Tune in for this special repeat and receive a blessing.
So if something were to happen to one of the priests, we're faced with a challenge.
I played a message just a short while ago for potential voters, I always say I'll never tell you who to vote. But when you do vote, make it a vote of conscience. I just want to share that message with you, Again, for the second time this morning.
Young people, open your eyes in politics. Not every smiling politician is bringing bread. Some are just checking the size of your basket. During elections, many leaders suddenly remember your street like lost relatives looking for free food. Do not follow every loud promise in politics like village goats chasing a flying plastic bag across the market. Some promises in politics are like balloons at a party, big in the air, colorful in the sky, but empty inside and ready to burst.
So be wise, young people. If someone wants to lead you, first check whether he knows the road himself.
Every election season, a politician suddenly becomes Christmas, promising light, roads, hospitals, jobs, and even heaven if you just vote first. By the time they finish promising, even the goats in the village are waiting for streetlights and free Wi-Fi. These sweet promises are not new soup. They have been reheating the same pot for generations. They served it to your grandfathers, served it to your fathers, and now they bring the same pot smiling at you. While they were trained how to cook these promises like professional chefs, the people were trained how to clap and swallow the soup. So wake up, people, because if you keep eating promises like popcorn in a cinema, the movie will keep repeating forever. The day you stop treating political parties like football clubs, problems will start running for cover.
All right, Dominica, so you heard?
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Thomas Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram. Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt, smooth, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt there. Vitamalt, vitalize naturally. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. Bring your fire chicken. Be number one all over. Number one. Make ready in Dominica. Right next to BB nice. BB nice. BB nice. BB nice. BB nice. When you come in the jam, you should have a BB in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? BB style. BB nice. BB style. BB nice. BB style. BB nice. BB style. BB nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum. BB Spice Rum.
All right, we're here for our stop on the weekend. Belfast in 30, huh? You haven't heard this one, huh? Some saxophone, Afrobeat. You know, they say we're in the Lenten season. We have to turn down the beat a bit, huh? So let's say good morning to our guest this morning. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. That's a new voice, huh? All right. So tell us what's happening at Belfast.
So a new voice, new series, just starting a small info session series on with Belfast that we call Behind the Bottle.
Behind the Bottle?
Yes, Behind the
That's
Bottle.
interesting.
Yes. So today, episode 1, we're going back to the basics. Liquor, rum, and liqueur. What is the difference? So
Repeat that again, please.
Liquor, rum, and liqueur.
Okay.
What is the difference?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna dive into that a bit today because starting today because we recently started distributing one of our newest rum liquors. That's a Jajam liquor.
Jajam.
Yes, Jajam. That's a
And ginger.
Yeah, ginger liquor. And just want to let people know what is the difference between the rum, liquor, and liqueur. So
I'm waiting to hear.
So first, a liquor. This is the umbrella term, and that means a liquor refers to any distilled alcoholic drink. So you have rum, vodka, whiskey, and gin.
Mhm.
All of this falls under liquor. So for example, you have a vodka, which is usually clean, and a neutral whiskey, which is richer and aged, and then gin, that's known for its herbal botanical flavor.
Mhm.
Now, here at Belfast Estate, while we do not manufacture vodka, whiskey, and gin ourselves, we do distribute some options, like we have the Ivanov vodka,
Mhm.
the Dewar's White Label, and Lord Roberts gin. So with the liquor, there's a wide range of styles, flavors, but they all fall under the same category.
Never too old to learn, huh?
Never.
Continue.
Now, under the section liquor, we have the rum. Rum is a type of liquor, and what makes it different is what it is made from. And rum is made from sugarcane. Whether it's molasses or fresh sugarcane, rum is made from sugarcane. And especially in the Caribbean, rum isn't just a drink, it's part of the culture.
An education series there. We're going to come back, Dominic, after a short stop. Our friends in from Belfast. Stick around. Stick around.
Quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course the Sunblast juices, Toffee Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt. Food. Delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt. The magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Why? Nicely.
Let's continue the education series there. Let's go.
All right, so we're back to the rum. Now there are different types of rum. It's rum, but there are different types of rum. So we have a white rum that is light and great for mixing. We have dark rum, which is deeper and richer, and then we have spice rum, which brings in those added flavors like vanilla, spice, or cinnamon. Now at Belfast, we actually manufacture a full range of rums ourselves. So on the darker side, we have the BB rum and the red cap rum. For the white rums, we have the Soca light rum and the Soca strong rum and also the cask rum. And in the spice category, we have the BB spice rum. And beyond what we produce, we also distribute a range of rums across those same categories. That includes the dark rums, such as the Diamond Reserve Gold and the Eldorado rums, with options ranging from 5-year, 12-year, 15, and even 21-year. And on the lighter side, we have the options such as the Blue Magic. Then we move on to liqueur. Now, the liqueurs are sweetened and flavored. They are made by adding things like fruits, spices, herbs, or even creams to a base liquor. So a liqueur is a liquor with added sweetness and extra flavor. So for examples, you have a cream-based liquor such as Bailey's that is nutty, slightly sweet. Ones like Amaretto and with the most popular options, as Disaronno, and a citrus-forward liqueurs like Grand Marnier. You'll also find coffee liquors, chocolate liquors, and even herbal ones too. So with all of this said, there is a liquor for everybody. Here at Belfast, we both manufacture and distribute liquors. We manufacture the Jajam liquor, that's a ginger root liquor, and unique, locally crafted option. And we also distribute a full line of cream liquors under the Eldorado cream liqueurs that includes the rum cream, butter pecan, and espresso. So whether you're looking for something rich, nutty, or creamy, there's a liquor to match all your favorite needs.
So you said naughty?
Yes, nutty.
Okay. Well, we come back, give you a quick recap, and we'll call it a day, huh?
Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. Bring your chest. People number one all over. Number one. Make ready in Dominica. Right when you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? DBB style. DBB nice. DBB spice. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB spice. DBB nice. BB Spice Rum.
It's more than just a rum.
DB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate, very responsibly.
There's smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by
Just before we go, we want to, of course, give some love to the bar supporting Belfast every day. The Jaw Drop Hotspot Maho, Brigadis Bar, Peebush, MP Shop Massac, Manman's Bar, Woodbridge Bay, Davos Shop, Davos Bar in Roseau, Rose on the Highway, Port as well. One Pot Container Bar, Roseau, Deborah's Bar, Massac, Brian's Bar, San Sauver. Because Belfast appreciate you. Let's go back for the wrap up and then we'll call it a day. Back to you.
Yeah, so I know, a lot of people may think, boy, that's too much information to take in, boy. But here's a simple way to think about it. If you're looking to make something strong, use a liquor. If you're going for something with character and depth, or to take a shot, rum is the best choice, solid choice. And if you want something smooth, sweet, or dessert-like, you're reaching for a liqueur. So you just remember, liquor is the category. Rum is a type of liquor made from sugarcane, and liqueur is a sweetened, flavored version of a liquor. Simple as that. So next time on Behind the Bottle, we're going deeper into rum because not all rum is created equal. This has been Behind the Bottle, where you just don't drink, you understand.
Thank you for sharing and educating this morning. Thank you. Our next up on a Friday, Creole Habit.
Oh, Shiva. You're such a rush, my baby, slow down, come find your love. I'm hoping you see me, come serve it up. Love it when you stir it up. That body belong on TV. Oh, this feeling I can't hide. You're feeling up my mind, and I just don't know why.